But what if Emily had a secret? What if the truth she was hiding would change everything? Would Clara still choose love if she knew what Emily had been running from? Clara never thought she'd find love again, especially not after everything she'd been through. But then, Emily knocked on her door. A simple carpenter, a stranger, yet she felt something stir the moment they met. What Clara didn't know was that their lives would become entangled in ways she could never imagine. And sometimes, the hardest part is deciding if you're ready to open your heart again. Clara didn't know what to expect when she answered the door that day. Emily wasn't just a carpenter, she was the kind of person you noticed, even in a crowd. There was something about the way she stood there, like she had a story to tell, but wasn't sure if she could. Maybe it was because Clara had her own story to tell, one that she hadn't even begun to tell herself yet. Clara looks at Emily, feeling an inexplicable pull, yet tries to hide it. She smiles faintly. "Clara, you're here to fix the window?" Emily laughs softly. "I'm here to fix more than that, if you'll let me." Clara hesitates, then nods, leading Emily inside. The two share an awkward but gentle silence as Emily sets to work on the house. Days pass. Clara and Emily become more comfortable with each other, though Clara tries to fight the growing feelings. They have long talks over tea in the evenings, their conversations flowing easily. At first, it's about the house, the repairs, but soon they're talking about their pasts. "Clara, I used to think that the world had a plan for me. That if I just followed the steps, I'd find happiness." Emily, quietly, almost to herself, and then it all falls apart. Clara glances at Emily, who's stopped working, her hands trembling slightly as she traces the wood. "Clara, carefully, you've been through something too, haven't you?" Emily sighs deeply, but doesn't answer right away, then looks up with a sad smile. "We all have our scars, Clara. Some we carry on the outside, others we carry deep inside." The moment lingers before Clara speaks again, her voice softer, more vulnerable than she intended. "Clara, I'm not sure I can trust anyone again. After everything that's happened. It feels like I'm just waiting for the next person to leave." As the weeks pass, Clara begins to notice how Emily's presence fills the empty spaces in her life. Emily isn't just fixing the house, she's fixing something inside Clara, something Clara didn't even realize was broken. One evening, as they sit together on the porch, the tension between them is palpable, the air thick with unspoken words. Clara, almost whispering, "Why are you really here, Emily? I mean, yes, you're fixing my house, but I feel like there's something more. Something you're not telling me." Emily stiffens, her gaze hardening as if caught off guard. For a moment, Clara sees something else in her eyes, something guarded. Emily, hesitant, "I'm here because I needed a change. I needed something real. And you, Clara, you're real. You've been through a lot, and yet, you still find the strength to smile." Clara looks at Emily, unsure of what to say, her heart racing. She wants to believe her, but something doesn't sit right. She takes a breath, about to ask something else, when Emily cuts her off. "Emily, there's something I have to tell you, something that could change everything." Clara, anxiously, "What is it?" "You're scaring me." Emily stands up suddenly, her face tense. She turns away, her back to Clara. Emily, voice shaking, "I've been hiding something, Clara. Something I thought I could bury in the past. But being here, with you, I can't keep pretending." Clara stands too, stepping closer, reaching out as Emily faces her. Emily, facing Clara now, her voice barely above a whisper, the truth is, I was once married to a woman. And after a terrible breakup, I left everything behind, my life, my career, everything. I thought I could run away from it all. But I can't run from what's inside me. I can't run from you. Clara's breath catches in her throat. She wasn't expecting this, wasn't prepared for the weight of Emily's words. For a moment, she can't speak, but the pain, the vulnerability in Emily's eyes, it pulls at something deep inside her. She wasn't the only one with a past. And Emily wasn't just the stranger who knocked on her door anymore. She was the woman who had been running from the very thing that Clara had been trying to avoid. Love. Real love. The kind of love that could break you and heal you all at once. Emily takes a step back, her eyes wide with fear, as if she's afraid Clara will walk away. Emily, whispering, Clara, I never meant to fall for you. But now, I don't know what to do. Clara reaches for her, but before she can speak, a sudden noise breaks the silence, sending both women into a tense stillness. But when the past comes knocking, can Clara and Emily truly escape it? Or will the ghosts of their former lives tear them apart before they even have a chance? The sound of hurried footsteps grows louder. Clara's heart races as she looks over at Emily, whose face has turned pale. The door swings open suddenly, and a figure appears in the doorway. Clara's ex, Nathan, voice sharp and urgent, Clara, we need to talk. Clara freezes, her past crashing into her present. She hadn't expected to see Nathan again, not like this. Not when everything felt so fragile with Emily. Emily steps forward, protective, her body language tense, clearly confused and a little defensive. She wasn't sure who this man was, but she didn't like the way he was looking at Clara. Emily, firmly, who are you? Nathan, snapping his attention to Emily, dismissive, I'm her ex-husband. This has nothing to do with you. Clara looks between the two of them, her mind spinning. Nathan's arrival wasn't just unexpected, it was a reminder of all the painful memories she was trying to forget. But Emily's presence made everything feel different. She wasn't the same person anymore. She wasn't that woman who let her past dictate her future. Clara, with quiet defiance, I'm done, Nathan. We're done. This is over. Nathan, gritting his teeth, you don't just move on from a marriage, Clara. You can't just pretend everything's fine. The tension is thick. Emily stands her ground, unwilling to let Nathan dominate the moment, her eyes locked on Clara. Emily steps back slightly, giving Clara space to confront her past. Clara looks at Emily, and for the first time, she realizes how much she's come to depend on her. Emily isn't just fixing her house, she's been fixing her heart, too. Clara exhales deeply, her voice shaking as she speaks to Nathan, the man she once thought she needed to fix her life. Clara, calm but firm, you were right about one thing, Nathan. We can't just pretend everything's fine. But I'm not pretending anymore. I'm choosing to move forward. She turns to Emily, her eyes filled with something new. Hope. Fear. Maybe a little of both. Clara, softly, and I'm choosing this. I'm choosing her. Emily's breath catches. Clara hadn't said it out loud until now, but it felt like the only thing she could say. It was the truth. Nathan, laughing bitterly, you really think this is what's going to make you happy? You think this is love? Clara's gaze hardens, the pain of her past and the weight of her future colliding. Clara, with quiet confidence, I don't need you to tell me what love is anymore, Nathan. I've learned enough on my own. The silence between them is deafening. Nathan stares at Clara, disbelief in his eyes. But Emily steps forward again, standing by Clara's side. As Nathan starts to back away, looking at them both like they've ruined everything he thought he could control, Clara reaches out, placing her hand gently on Emily's arm. The gesture speaks louder than any words. Clara, gently, to Emily, I'm sorry it had to be this way. I didn't know how to let go of my past. But now I do. Emily looks at Clara, her heart in her eyes, and pulls her closer. Their connection is undeniable, raw and real. Emily, softly, you don't have to apologize, Clara. You've come so far already. Clara turns to look at Nathan one last time, her voice steady, unshaken. Clara, to Nathan, it's over. Please go. He doesn't argue. He just turns and walks out, the door slamming shut behind him. Clara stands there for a moment, a mix of relief and anxiety rushing through her. It feels like she's just closed one chapter of her life, but the next one is still uncertain. Later that night, after Nathan's departure, Clara and Emily sit together on the porch, the quiet of the evening surrounding them. The air is still, but there's something electric about the space between them. Clara, quietly, you didn't have to stand up for me like that. You didn't even know who he was. Emily shakes her head, smiling softly, it wasn't about who he was. It was about you. And I'm not going to let anyone treat you like that, especially not him. Clara looks at Emily, her eyes searching, full of gratitude and something more. Clara, hesitant but sincere, I don't know what's next. I'm still figuring things out. But I want to figure it out with you. Emily reaches for Clara's hand, holding it gently but firmly. The world around them feels smaller, quieter, and all that matters is this moment, this choice they've made together. Emily smiles softly, their hands entwining naturally. Emily, one step at a time. Together. They both lean in, their faces inches apart, the tension finally building into something soft, something real.